Okay, I hope you can see this. I've got my porta power inside the bucket here, just kind of wedged in there, and probably should be over a little closer to the edge, I don't know, but it looks like it's going to move it. I got a little bit on it there. It's pushing out, you can see it. Get that out there. I think that's probably as far as I want to take it, and you can see the cracks right down the middle. So we'll take a wire wheel, clean that up, and then I'll probably take some 7018 and tack it, and then I may lay the bucket down. I may lay the bucket out a little flatter so that I can get a nice. It's easier on this type of stuff if you got it laying flat, and just wanted to get it tacked up before I take the porta power out. Hang on a second here. Bring that up a bit. Just a pretty light tack weld. Really don't look that good. I might grind that a bit. And we will lower this down here. Okay, I'm going to show you about how much we're worn off this bucket, or this cutting edge. If I lay this straight edge up there, you can see there's a good 3/4 inch gone. And a part of me would like to be able to just build this up with weld, but that's probably not real practical. Probably a better way to do it would be to take and cut another piece of cutting edge and lay in there and weld it. Maybe just cut this out. I kind of hate to replace the whole side because that requires cutting you know, a pretty good chunk of your bucket apart. So I'm still trying to figure out the best route on this, and I might be able to build that up with 7018. I don't know. Thing is, it's thinner all the way back, If you feel it here and then you go up here, it's a lot thinner. So this gets a lot of wear. That usually happens when your teeth get smaller or worn out, but I try to keep these wide as I can. But you still end up getting a lot of wear on this. It happens on all my buckets, and I've actually hard faced this just on the edge, but it wears, you know, it eventually wears down, and then you're back to this. So if you look at the other side, you can see it the same way. And we've got a pretty good amount of wear on it. So suggestions on that, if any of you's got any, I'd like to hear them. Here's another hit. This is what I'm talking about with a sharp edge or a sharp bucket. If you look, you'll see that there's a gap there. And what happens is these actually wear off round, and when they're new, they're more flat. Now this one, I don't know that this one was ever flat. I think it warped when they put it on there, but anyway, a lot of my buckets have a wider cutting edge here, which is a better deal too. But you know, this is one of them deals where I'll probably add some weld on here. I'll probably thicken this up and try to get it to where it's angled back at the same rate. The rest of the bucket, you know, it should be wider out here at the tooth, and then taper to the back. That way when you're pulling forward, it's always cutting and you're not rubbing on this side here. I'm sure these are thinner at the bottom than they are at the top too. Just a matter of how they wear. You usually don't get much wear up here at all, but anyway, I'm gonna see how it goes, just trying to add some weld on this and trying to thicken this up. And I may have to flip the bucket around a couple different directions to do that. This is actually working out pretty good. What I'm doing is just basically stacking welds. As I come out, I kind of come up, and you can see we got a long way to go, but that's about 5 passes there. You can just kind of see I'm just kind of stacking my way out, and as I do, I'm coming up. So, and this inside's gonna be a little rough. That's okay. The outside may be a little dish, but if I can get this built up, I may run some passes down the top of it. Just realized the camera, I'm not really showing you, but got a little perforation where I'm starting here, and I think that's because this is some older rod that I'm burning up. It's out of a package, it's been open quite a while. 7018 don't like moisture, but we are getting a little better. You know, we still got a gap, but I've closed it down about a 1/4 inch. So I think I'm just going to keep kind of doing this. This looks pretty decent, and I need to kind of see. I need to start marking where I need to start. See, I'm going to have to start there and then finish up here, but just use this as a guide here, and keep building that out. I think it's going to work. And then, you know, like I say, I may build the back side of that in. Don't think I have any hard facing rod. I may have to go get some. It would be good to hard facing all of that. Maybe even a crisscross pattern or something on there to help it to not wear out so quick. But this is working out better than I thought it would. I didn't know. I had never really tried this before like this. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Well, I finished it last night. I didn't film it. It's all cooled off now, but I do need to flip it over, I guess, and weld on the back side of that to fill it in like I did on this one. I think it turned out okay for what I'm doing. The dirt will smooth it back out. But do need to put a little on the back side. And we'll put her back on the backhoe and should be ready to go to work. Okay, here's the final deal. Built up both sides. Like I say, it ain't perfect, but we've got a good, nice sharp cutting edge to work off of for a while. And that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I just, you know, hadn't got around to it, but it's still a little thinner probably than what it was new, but I'm gonna try to get a hold of some hard surface rod, and I may dig with it a little bit, clean it up, see how it's wearing, see if everything's working, and then I may add a little bit. I'm not real sure, but I think I got it to where it's gonna cut pretty nice. We'll give it a try, see how it does. But anyway, couple hours working on it. That's kind of where I'm at. So put her back on the backhoe and be ready to go to work Monday maybe.